Hey everybody, welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I'm your host Khalil. Welcome to another live toy of the day. Really happy to have you guys here today. Remember to go to CastorsCorner.com for close-up shots of this figure and our archive of previous toys of the day. And please hit that subscribe button right below, right there. We really appreciate it. The more subscribers we have, the more cool stuff we get to do. So that's our motivation, to be able to do cool stuff and bring you guys with us. So we are currently building our collections archives here at Castor's Corner. So we spent the day doing today, which is really interesting. And at some point, I've been filming as well. So at some point, hopefully, I will figure out a way to turn that footage into something that we can use. But you're here for the toy of the day. What do we have? We have a figure that I didn't want. Straight up, didn't care when it was announced, had no idea really who it was or why I needed it or whatever. And it's this one, Asajj Ventress. Ventress is from the Clone Wars. She has, after doing some research, has had an immensely detailed and complex background that I had no idea. I got her because she came with red lightsabers, and I thought Ahsoka needed a Sith to battle, and I just assumed that she was a Sith. You should go read her history, but I'll talk about the figure itself. So when she got first announced, I didn't have any interest in her. Even when she was being shipped, I looked at the case pack out, and I was like, it's not really whatever. Like, I don't care. And then I picked up the Ahsoka figure. Okay, fine. I picked up some Mandalorians. All right. Cool, whatever. Then then Ahsoka's clone troopers went back up on Hasbro, and I was like, all right, well, they're there. I might as well get them. They'll be a good review, excuse me. And then I start diving into more and more of that. I still haven't watched Clone Wars. I know it's great. I know it's amazing, but I don't know. That's heavy. That's a lot to get into. Anyway, so having Ahsoka, having her clone troopers, getting some clone troopers for Obi-Wan, I don't think I got an Anakin. Maybe I got an Anakin. I was trying to avoid getting Anakins. Here we are. I got Asajj Ventress. I got the Bad Batch figures, which I wasn't going to get. I got her, which I wasn't going to get. It just happens, I guess. So she was a little more difficult. So she's 1 per case. Bo-Katan's 2 per case. Some of the Bad Batch are 2 per case. Asajj Ventress, 1 per case. It baffles me. And we talked about this with the Star Wars team on our interview earlier in the week about better case packouts or, better assortments or, working on the carry forwards that are in cases that maybe won't sell and they take the place of an original character, stuff like that. And they always say they're working on it and they know it and they know it's a problem, but it's part of the logistics of everything they do. So she is 1 per case. So I missed her on that Easter morning, pick up a Bo-Katan and the Bad Batch figures. But I was able to get her thanks to our friend Bill. Bill found her for me. So picked her up. And I have to say, she is one of the more striking designs that they've ever done. I understand that this isn't like her final costume or like her costume for all of the Clone Wars. She definitely changes at some points, but it's a very well put together. And again, as I always say, they are brighter and darker here on camera than they will be in the photographs and in person. She is a very bright purple, velvety kind of skirt. I wish they had done this skirt for the Rey. And the reason I bring it up is because she shares the same legs sculpt as Rey, Dark Rey from the Rise of Skywalker. And I wish they had given Rey this velvety skirt. I think it would have been a figure that would have been 10 times better. But they didn't. So here we are. But she's got a really good one. The purples on her, the light and the dark and the whites, they all work really well. The detailing on her face is really, really, really well done. I don't know if I'll get the good photo of it. All the tattoos on the back of her head look really cool. Overall, it's a really dynamic looking figure. So much so, like, I don't want to throw her into her box. I'd really like to figure out a way to pose her out and display her for a while, but we'll see. She does come with her serpentine kind of curved lightsaber that does break apart into 2 parts and goes back together. Looks really cool when she's holding it. It does have the nubs on them. You can see top and bottom. That's so it can fit onto her belt. Her belt has these little teeny tiny holes right there. They do fit in there. They look pretty good on there. The blades are removable, just like all the other ones. And you can see, I will try to get one because these are really tiny. I know I'm going to drop one if I try to do them both. And try to make it so that it doesn't look like she's going to turn it on and impale herself with her own saber. Well, let's see if I can do both. We'll see. Tomorrow's going to be picture day. We got a lot of new toys to take pictures of that we haven't had a chance to. There we go. So she can hold them there. They do look awkward. They do look like they're just going to impale her on her chest. I think that's a case where animation design versus practical design or practical costuming really were a disconnect, because I don't see how that could work. Sorry. I don't know how that could work for in real life, how that could work. So sorry, we had a call. So there you go. There's an overview of her. I think she's worth it. She's definitely worth it. She's going to be harder to get. Most shops, a couple of the shops here, were charging more for her because she's 1 per case than the other figures. 22 versus 30. I get it, but I don't think a lot of those figures in that case are going to sit. But yeah, so there you go. So Asajj Ventress, you should get her while you can before she goes away. Make sure to follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. Head over to kastorscorner.com for close-ups of her sabers, her costume, and her face. And remember to check out the Cornercast podcast. We had 2 bonus episodes this weekend, or we have 2 bonus episodes for this week. The Marvel one's going up tomorrow. But you can watch both interviews on our YouTube channel right now. And for any other questions, kastorscorner.com for pictures, gallery, archives, everything. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.